All right, we are here. SoundCloud.com/chaotic flame, YouTube.com/ at nothing left to do but win. This is addressing the issue, Volume 1. I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible, as this is a precursor to a future episode. Right now, what I'm going to do is share the link into the AFM movement so that they can tune in. One second. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop the panel link in AFM. Give me 1 second. Let me just drop this link here. We'll get started shortly. How'd I get the YouTube link? To get the YouTube link. Right. Make sure I'm getting this out to where it needs to go. Hope y'all had a good so-called Father's Day or what have you. All right. Share. We're going to share it to Facebook. Bow, bow, bow. Post. All right. Here we go. Share in the Angry Fan Movement. Always post your stuff in the AFM for sure. Always get your stuff in AFM. All right, I just posted a Facebook link, Angry Fan Movement. I guess I'll just start now. I'm gonna make this real quick. I'll clip this up later. So it's your boy Chaotic Flame, and we are here with addressing the issue, Volume 1. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Boom. All right. So you know what? I'll give it a precursor. So before, hey, my guy Isaac is here. Perfect timing, bro. I'm gonna just bring you up right now. What's up, my guy?
Yo, yo, yo. You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. Peace and love. How you doing?
Life is good. Oh, Sheet is tapped into. What's up, Sheet? How you doing?
What's up, Sheila?
Lovely. How are
All right.
you?
I'm doing all right.
I'm good. I'm ready to chop it up. So this is addressing the issue, Volume 1. Something new I'm doing. So we just gonna jump straight into the topic, and I'm gonna try to get through this as fast as possible. But this is a precursor to a future episode. Here we go. Earlier, I made a post, and this. All right, can you guys see the screen?
Yep.
All right. So on the
Can.
left, we have 25-year-old, no kid, submissive, GED, makes $15 per hour, right? On the right side, we have 35 years old, 2 kids, bossy, 2 degrees, makes 6 figures. Now, so in my opinion, the funniest part about this whole thing before I let Isaac talk. Oh my. All right, so before I let Isaac talk, what I want to say is what's funny to me out of this whole thing is that here us men are telling you what we would choose, and instead of being receptive to the information and trying to dig a little deeper on our decision making, you're kind of telling us why we should have picked the other thing. And it's funny
Who?
to me. Not you, not you, not you,
Let me
not
be
you.
quiet.
Yeah. Not you, Sheeta. We good. But yeah, I have a young lady that'll be coming up here at another time. 2 young ladies that'll be coming up here at another time to engage on this. I'm gonna pull this up on the screen. And hold on, where is it? Right here. Now I'm gonna let just Isaac go. Is there anything you just want to say off rip, Isaac?
You could take everything off the screen, and most of us are going to go left either anyway.
Carry
We
on.
could start with that, right? But then most of that, most of what's up there doesn't really change anything until you get to the second and the third one. Those are the most. Those are probably the most glaring things when you look at what these two women have in the way of experience in life in general. Um, the other stuff doesn't make them more or less attractive. And we can keep saying it, right? Men, we can talk until we're blue in the face. But like you said, it's like it's falling on deaf ears. So you know, I don't really know what else to do about it at this point. It's like you can look at what I mean. I've been married for a while. You can look at what I got.
Yeah.
What I got is I ain't not gonna put my wife's business out there, but I didn't marry her because of her degrees. I'll put it like that. So,
Understood. Yeah, respectfully.
like, that doesn't these things. There are certain things that don't change the equation for us. Same way, there's things that men have that don't change the equation for them. I've never heard a woman say, "Well, he has a closet full of Jordans. I gotta date him."
Mm,
I never heard that. I never heard that. You know what I mean? You might look at his car and be like, "All right, he's pushing a Porsche," but that also speaks to specifically his level of wealth, which we know is a barometer that women like to use for men. So it's just very simple to me. Men like what they like. Women like what they like. It's not that complicated, people. So, mm.
um, yeah, mutual percent. Yeah, to piggyback off what you just said, I have to agree. There's a lot of things on here that don't make a difference now, and most. Well, I can't really speak on the age, right? We'll skip over the age. We'll go to I have to agree with you. The second and the third thing here are the most critical points. The kids and the submissiveness. Now, even if they were switched, let's say the 35-year-old had no kids, right? But she was still bossy. Do you think that would make a difference at all, Isaac? It's on you.
Yeah, definitely. Um, Definitely. I mean, the bossy part is really that's probably the scare. I ain't gonna say the scariest thing up there, but that's it's a pretty serious thing. Like anybody who's dated and who's dealt with attitude, I hate to use the word, but I know it gets thrown around a lot. I know women are tired of hearing it, but it's attitude you can deal with, and then at a certain point, it's just off the table. So if you're bossy and I can't I can't talk to you, and we can't figure things out without it, becoming a spitting match. Well, I'm not putting up with that. I have no reason to. So, I can get somebody else who's just as good looking and is not gonna be trying to shout me down on every little thing. That's what I think of when I think of bossy. So yeah, to me, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, see, that's the word I was waiting for, brother. Brother, that was the word, deal breaker. Because in my head, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, yo, bossy is a deal breaker. You could swap everything else around to each and every side. Bossy is a deal breaker, yo. Now, if you bossy in your profession and you're a boss leading a team and you want to be bossy at work, well, go right on ahead and be a boss at work. But at home, it ain't flying. Nobody wants a bossy wife. Remember that clip we watched yesterday, Rashida, about the secretary role? I'm probably pull that up later as well. But Rashida, I would
You,
like for you to speak. Go ahead.
you hit on something that I was about to say. Just because you are bossy in the world doesn't mean that you're going to come home and be bossy to your husband or bossy to your man. No, there are not many women in the world that want to have to be bossy outside and lead a team here and do this, that, and the other and always be in charge and want to come home and still do that. Most of us, a lot of us, want to be able to have a man who can take the weight off of our shoulders and to make things easier, especially when you are in a profession where you are leading all the time. Nobody wants to go out into the world and be a leader all the time and then come home and have to be like, hey, yo, this we need to do this. Like, let's figure this out. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody. And often when women are that way, it's because they experienced men who weren't doing what they were supposed to do. So they had to be that way.
Y'all always pull that they wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing card.
But
Pardon me, I've been sipping. I
let me
figured
tell
it
you
out.
something. It
Go ahead.
is though. It because if you really think about it, it's trauma. When you have been in a situation where a nigga, you gotta constantly tell him, hey, let's do X, Y. When you have to lead a man, that is traumatic. That's a traumatic experience. Because no woman wants to have to lead a man. Like we can do this thing together. I don't even mind walking behind you, but if I have to stand in front of you and show you where to go and how to get there, that ain't it. That ain't it at all.
All right. If I could, sorry to cut you right there. I have to agree with a lot of what you said. Hold on. We got an interjector. Shout out to my guy Duke in the building. Cat, most
Oh
you
God,
have a
Duke is
switch
messy.
turn on it, turn off. Cut your shit, Rashida.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm
All right,
not.
so pretty much what Duke is saying is that, all right, I guess what he's saying in a nicer way, I'll say it for him, is that it's rare that you find a woman that's able to flick that switch like that, be the boss at work, come home and not be the boss at home. I guess I wish we had more ladies here to talk about it. But let me
But you
see.
know
All right,
what?
oh, hold up, Rashida. Rashida,
Yes, yes.
pick one. Go ahead, pick one, left or right.
Um, which
you
one would I pick?
you got to pick two. Go ahead.
Why I gotta pick? I don't like neither one of them. I ain't interested.
Hmm.
Who would I pick for my son?
There we go. Talk about it.
Who would I pick for my son?
Talk about it.
Hmm. Probably. Damn, I wasn't prepared to answer that one. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I would, for my son, I would probably pick the left as well. Because if you look at it, she's younger, she has less experience, they can build together. Um, Somebody who's already there, um, she might not be the one. She might not be the one. Cause okay, let me stop bullshitting. When you already have your shit together and you're already a certain, you feel like you're a certain caliber of woman, you're not going to want to build with nobody. Can't nobody tell you what to do. You're not going to listen to nobody at all anyway. In most cases, like a lot of women, there are some women, like I said, who can flip it on and off. But in a lot of cases, you know,
Me personally, um, just to piggyback off what Isaac said earlier, the bossy is absolutely a deal breaker. And one of the things I used to hate was when women would say, "Oh, a man can't handle me," and yo, problems get handled, man.
people
I'm not
don't get
supposed to come.
handled.
Yeah,
People don't get handled.
yeah, thank you, man. I'm not trying.
That
Animals
part.
get handled. Animals get handled.
Nah,
Uh,
nah, for real. So hold up, let me see. I got a couple. Anything else you guys want to say in reference to this though? Any other caveats here?
in
I
any
was just
event,
gonna.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I found it very telling that Sheeta chose the lady on the left also for her son. Um, but I noticed you didn't really make a case for the lady on the right as much as you wanted to. Like you sort of kind of defended her being bossy, but you didn't really make it like you didn't like try to die on that hill. But you did choose the one on the left for your son, and I just you know I just got a little chuckle out of that. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Do you know why that is? Because I know my sons right now. Who they'll be later on is something different. But right now, the one on the left would be best. I just say that.
We got a question from Daryl from Duke. Who's more likely to be led by the man of the house, Rashida? Which one is more likely to be led?
The one with the GED, because she don't know nothing.
Now, so are you saying, yo, you might die? I ain't even gonna do it. I could have flamed you right there because there are plenty of people out there who get a GED for specific reasons. That doesn't necessarily mean that you don't know nothing, but whatever. We ain't even
You are
going to go
you are right. You are right. But let's just say, for the sake of this argument, that she ain't that bright. Because I
So
do know a lot of people who've gotten GEDs so they can finish school early and go on to work in their career or go on and go to college. So I do know that. But
so so you
for the
don't think
sake of argument,
so you don't think that the fact that she's, I don't know, submissive has anything to do with it?
can
I think that I personally think that has everything to do with it. I'll let you go ahead, she.
so just like I said, just because you're bossy doesn't mean you can't be submissive.
Shit. Name
That's
one.
very true. But I've yet to. I don't meet a lot of women who can turn that switch on and off. Now, granted, I'm not looking. I've been married for a long time, but
How long have you
you
been
know,
married?
um, 14 years.
Okay.
So I'm not out here actively looking for women. So, but in just meeting the women that I know and go to work with and are my wife's friends and stuff like that. Like a lot of the ones that have that personality trait, that's not something that turns off when you walk in the house. Um, the other part of that, to answer my man's question about who's more likely to get led, it's so funny to me that submission, you don't understand how much control you have when you're a submissive woman. You
That part.
control
That
so
part.
much more when you let your man be the man. Because guess what? He's gonna ask you. He's gonna come to you. He's gonna look at you when he does stuff, even if he's got his mind to do something. When if you're the the net, so to speak, the way you're supposed to be, you have ultimate control.
Yep.
Especially when that man is doing what he's supposed to do. That's the big part of it. That always comes back to that. That man does what he's supposed to be doing. You submit to that man properly, but you can still point him where he needs to go. And a lot of men that are doing what they're supposed to be doing have women who know how to do that without getting in the way.
Thank you.
So,
Wow.
but
Wow.
Is that what I said yesterday, or is that what I said yesterday?
that might have
Yeah.
been what you said yesterday. Was that in the chat or?
No, we potted up yesterday. We potted up.
All right. But yeah, you
And you,
probably I would imagine you did say that. I mean, you strike me as somebody who would understand that concept.
so here's what I do also know. Um, like I said, a lot of women do that also as a defense mechanism. When you're bossy, it's because you don't trust people to do what they need to do. So, like I said, it may have been when women are like that, they ran into people who they couldn't trust to do what they needed to do. So, when you run into the right one that will do what he needs to do, I don't see a woman not being able to submit to a man that is on his shit and doing what he's supposed to do. I don't see it. And if it is a case, if that is the case, she's a damn fool. I'm sorry. She just is.
Hey, touche. I just gotta agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta agree with you.
Fact, she ain't say nothing wrong. She ain't say nothing wrong. Like I do believe that too. I think a lot of women unfortunately have the distinction that they've been in a relationship where they tried to let a man lead and they let him astray.
Straight
I guess is the best way
straight
to
to
put it.
hell. Straight to
Right.
hell.
So, and unfortunately, they never got right back from that, and so they're hesitant to do it in the future. Um, but yeah,
Mm.
that's we
Nah,
could go,
that's a
we could go, we could get
point.
crazy with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it
indeed.
was I think I forget who said it, but somebody said it. A lot of times as women, we get rid of the ex, but we keep the damage that they've done to us. So
Mm,
that's a huge part of it.
yeah.
Wow.
That's why
Yeah,
That's
that's real. That's real talk.
that's why that's why I am a big advocate for therapy instead of going to your girlfriends and venting. Therapy is an amazing thing. For
Facts.
one, a lot of the times you are talking to women who have experienced the same kind of trauma and damage that you have. That's number one. So, what help can they be to you other than to help you sit in that and complain about it? Um, I saw something, I may have sent it to you. Healed women need to have, women who need to be healed need to have discussions with healed women.
Mm,
And that way we'll have
ooh.
a better outlook on the world.
that makes a lot of sense.
Just like
Um,
unhealed men need to have conversations with healed men, and
mhm.
everybody will have a much better perspective of the world.
Yeah. No, definitely. I could definitely see those group chats getting real crazy when you start talking about what this one did, what that one did, and instead of talking it through and understanding that you didn't do anything wrong in loving somebody who wasn't fit to lead you, right? It's
Man, listen.
girl, I knew it was gonna be us, girl. Let's go out and go get some drinks. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Like it's not, and I ain't
And
saying
it
like just women do that. Guys do it too. Like it's she cheated on me with this dude. This happened, or she spent my money and she don't really care about me. Whatever, whatever. So
it never makes it better. Go to therapy and talk to some mature, healed women who have been through some things who can help you get where you're trying to go.
Oh, let's hold up. Shout out to Mrs. Vita from Love Key. If you from Plainfield and you remember Love Key, shout out to Miss Vita. Shout out to the Harrison Ship family. Miss Vita says, "Man, I need to be on. Y'all have the wrong idea of what submissive and bossy are. I am a very bossy
Please,
woman, also
please pull
submit
her up.
man. Not because he's a man, but because of the kind of man he is. That makes a huge difference. Whoa.
but
Pull
that's
her.
what we said.
Bring her up. Bring her up.
That's that's what we
Send her the
said.
link. Send her the link.
But that's what we said.
She might have. She might have
She
tuned
might
in.
miss that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
you might have missed.
uh,
But yo, I wanted to keep this one short. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep this short. This the issue, Vol.1. I didn't want to stray off the other topics. Last thing I want to ask is, yo, who taking it tonight, man? You know, we got a game coming on tonight. Who taking it, brother?
I think Dallas is done. Uh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they won Game 4. So
Oh
I
wow.
uh I think it's a wrap. I think Boston was the best team in the league for a reason this year, and I haven't really watched a lot of basketball, but you're not a dominant team like that all year, and then get to the finals and then choke it out against a team that really you know nobody expected to
Yeah.
make the finals. So, and then you're up 3-0 or 3-1, I should say, in dominant fashion for the first couple of games. I don't see it. I think Boston closes out.
Your name is
Uh,
Bunton.
yeah,
What do you
His name
say?
is Bunton.
My
yeah.
name is
Every
Bun.
sing, every single time I've seen that in the chat, I've read it as Burton. Every single time.
Uh,
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I
Cool.
don't know. I don't know what to do with that, but I'm gonna just chuckle at it. It happens all the time, I guess. Uh,
Now, and Rashida, you got any say in the game that's happening tonight before we get up out of here?
Not even a little bit. The Sixers are out, so fuck both of them.
she don't care.
Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I just wanted to do something real quick. Just addressing the issue, Vol.1. Nice little 20-minute banger. Boop, boop, bow. Get back to my life. Yo, hold up. Miss Vita said Boston got it. I'm going to definitely get you up here on the next pod. I promise. I promise. We're going to do the interview. We're going to talk about the league. We're going to
Last
talk
game
about
was
We're
great.
Listen,
going to talk.
we gonna have ladies' night coming up next. That's coming
Oh,
up
yeah.
soon. I'm putting it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Rashida is putting together a ladies' night pod. So I'm definitely looking forward to pulling up and being I'm just gonna be in the audience on that one. You know what I'm saying? So look, I appreciate you guys for popping out. I'm gonna go on and close out the show. Appreciate you. And me and Isaac got some content coming too, because he sold me a very, very nice vehicle. So anyone out there who needs a vehicle and has your credit right and has a bag ready, then we can
and
talk,
if you
right?
don't, and
Oh,
if you
and if
don't got your credit right, and if you don't, I can help you out with that too. It's all good.
hey, see, and that's something I'm
Well,
about to
let
do
me
also.
get well shit. Let me get send you a message then.
Thank you.
Now reach out to me.
At your service. At
Yeah, man,
your
I'm very
service.
happy. Very, very happy with the service I got from the Douglas Volkswagen in Summit. Correct?
Yes, sir. Douglas Volkswagen, Summit, New Jersey, 491 Morris Avenue, Summit. Yep, right down the street from Overlook Hospital. I've been there 17 years. I'm serious about taking care of people, doing it the right way. So for all your, automotive needs, hit me up. Yeah.
And he definitely took care of your boy. I'm riding clean right now. You heard? I'm riding super clean. So yeah, we're gonna come back next time and we'll do something deeper. The alcohol is hitting me, so yeah, I gotta close the show, bro. I'm out of
Uh
here. Yeah, I
oh.
appreciate. I'm about to close this
Appreciate you,
joint out.
God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, yo, this was addressing the issue. Alcohol's hitting me. I'm ending the stream. Holla at y'all later.